Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I have just started a little cardigan for my friend because I finished with the two little ones that I was doing. I've sewn them all up and I've actually posted the one off to Liz. I'll have to send her an email and tell her it's on its way and how much it's going to cost her. But I've got a little video just to show you what everything I've finished and that looks like. And like I'm saying, I've just started the one for my friend and I'm doing another one with this pattern here. I've actually put this one on Sammy. This is the little pink one I did. That came out too small. I was doing it as a 16-inch. It actually would fit a new baby because it does stretch, but I made it a bit shorter length as well, as you can see. So it'll fit a new baby for about the first month of its life. So it's more for a prem. It's a 14-inch one. I put it on Sammy to let you see more or less what it's like. And you know, it's been sunny all day, been quite a nice day. And it's suddenly turned very dull and dark. I'll put Sammy back up there. Or he or she at the moment, because that's a little girl's cardigan Sammy's wearing. So that is the first size on it, a 14-inch. I have a 16-inch on needles, which I started doing a tutorial for, and I'll probably finish that one off because I'm expecting my couch into my workroom Wednesday. That's when it's supposed to come. I haven't had any more messages off them to cancel it like they did the last time. So once I get up there, and I'm up there sort of all the time, I can get on with my tutorials instead of having to keep going up and down the stairs. And I also want to be up in my workroom as well, because I'm down here at the moment and I've got the settee is full of all sorts of things to do with knitting. I've got bags on the floor to do with knitting. I've got things on my table over the other side. I want everything up in that workroom, so my living room is going to be tidy. When that fella came here, there was a fella here from the council the other day. When he come in, he was wondered what on earth all this stuff was, and because he had to come into the living room to write all the information down on his iPad. And he must have been wondering, you know, what on earth all the knitting and the bags of wool and everything and all that. That's why I want it all up. I want it tidy in this room, and then I get an awful lot of dust. I haven't dusted on top of here for a few days, but there'll be thick of dust off the wool. People don't realise how much dust actually comes off wool. That's my phone. When you're knitting all day long and that, and again... That is probably messages on Etsy that I get on there. So anyway, when I get up into my room, I'll probably be doing more tutorials than I was before, because like I'm saying, I'll not be running up and down stairs, and I get upstairs to do something and I forget something, so I've got to come back down again and get it, and then I go up and I forgot something else, and I go up and downstairs about half a dozen times before I can do anything. That's why I want everything up in there, where I'm not doing any tutorials or anything until I'm up in my room. And I'm just nearly finished this row, so I'll just finish it off and tell you what else I'm going to tell you. I don't like to finish off in the middle of a row because I get mixed up, make a mistake. So this is going to be an 18-inch. Like I'm saying, that's a 14-inch, that pattern. I call that one garter. No, not garter. Lacy cable, that's it. It's a mock cable, but it's got a lacy pattern in the middle of the cable part. So that's a 14-inch what Sammy's wearing. I've got a 16-inch that I've started a tutorial. I've done the back part on the tutorial, and I'm doing this one as an 18-inch for my friend who's asked me to do one, because I don't have any orders for knitting anything. I'm not taking orders for knitting. I'm just knitting what I want to knit, and that's it. But I will show you. I'm going to stop this video and I'll show you what I have finished. The mandalas, the placemats and everything for my friend Molly, and what else I have. I'll show you that. So that is 6 mandala placemats and a runner to match. That was as long as I could do the runner, because I didn't have enough of the cotton to do it any bigger. It's not quite as long as you can just see my runner on the table there. It's not quite as long as mine, but I couldn't do anything else. I didn't have enough wool or enough cotton. Well, that's my latest 2 cardigans. One for my shop and the bigger one spoken for, which I'll be posting off to Liz later on today. And that is 2 sizes, a 16 and an 18 inch to my pattern. So I need a few more sizes and then I'll be bringing out another pattern. So that was everything finished. The mandalas and the little runner that I did for Molly, and she now has those. I took them last night to the bingo. I stuck in yesterday afternoon and I finished off the little runner as far as I could go with the runner, because I ran out of the cream. I kept enough cream for to do the edge all the way around, the weave, the scalloped edge all the way around, the same as the placemats. But I did do 1 or 2 rows extra with the other 2 colours to make it bigger, but I couldn't do it anymore because you need that cream to go in between the other colours as well. It just wouldn't have looked right. So I explained to Molly that it wasn't as big as I would wanted it, because I tried everywhere to get any of that James C. Brett glisten, that's what it was called. And there was 1 or 2 places had it, but not the colours that I wanted. And as it's a discontinued cotton, that I just could not get it anywhere. But Molly was happy. And you know, I have a price for my personal friends. I sell them a little bit cheaper than I do when I sell anything on my shops or anything like that. And you know, Molly wouldn't accept that price. She kept wanting to give me more, and I said I don't want any more on that. But you know, when I got home, there was extra money. She put it in my bag when I wasn't looking, so she was so pleased with them. But when we were at bingo, I had a whale of a time. I had a winning night. It was my night last night. You started off first with my friend Anne won a line. Well, she shared, somebody else shouted at the same time, so it was only £5. Well, we don't get a lot for lines. So she got £2.50, so we got £1.25 each. And then we played and I won a £20 house. We played on and I won another £20 house. And we played on and I won a £50 house. So I won 3 bingo houses last night. And when I come to play the next game, Kathy, who was calling the numbers out, she's telling us, she always tells us how much it is for the next game we are playing, and she's saying, oh, this was one of the larger ones. We get a bit more for the line, about £8 to £10, something like that, a bit more for the house. And she's saying there's so much for the line and so much for the house, and I hope there's somebody else besides Sheila wins tonight. And you know, everybody just looked at the turn and looked at me and says, you'd think I was the only one that, as I said, you'd think I was the only one that ever won in here. Because you're the only one that ever wins as much as you win. She's 3 times in one night. Banner, Kathy. So that was it. I had a good win last night. And that's my night, and I came home and I did a little bit more. I think I finished off the band on one of the little cardigans that I had just showed you to finish. So one of the cardigans I posted it off to Liz, but the other one will be going into my stock that I'm trying to build up to put on my shops. When I put it on the shop, I want to put a few things on all at once instead of one or two things and having to keep going over the post office every day with something. I've got a few things together and then I'll go over to the post. If I sell more than one thing in a day, I'll be able to go over to the post office with more than one thing instead of every single day. That's what I'm doing anyway. And this little one I'm knitting, I'm going to alter a little few things on because this one you actually have more stitches than I would do for a normal. This would be an 18-inch, and for an 18-inch, this one I have put 63 stitches on. Well, I would normally only have about 50 something, about 53 or 55, something like that. But because of the pattern, it is coming in like a rib, so it pulls it in. But I've noticed for the band, if I'm doing the band, because you have those extra stitches, the band looks wider than the cardigan. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting the number of stitches that I would do normally for an 18-inch, and then adding on the last row of the rib, I'm adding the extra stitches to make the rib. It is like a kind of rib. It's like a 3x3 type rib, only it's got a little bit muck cable in the middle of it, and it does pull it in. So that's what I'm doing with the rib. I'm going to change what I have done, written down on my pattern, the other patterns for the other sizes that I'm done and that I'm going to do, so that the rib will come, the rib will be like this and the cardigan will start going out instead of the cardigan and the rib going out like that. It just doesn't look right. So anyway, that's how I work things out, that's the way my mind works. I'll look at something, if it doesn't look right, I'll change it. So anyway, I have another little bit of just a tiny little bit of a video to show you. I told you the other day that I gave my two oldest great-grandsons a computer each. And Craig, their dad, he sent me a message with a little video on WhatsApp to show me the kids on the computers. And he said, no, Danny, they haven't been off them since you gave them. And he sent me this little video to show them, and I think they're in the oldest Frankie's room on the computer. I'm just going to show you that little bit video. It's only a few seconds.
Hello, my name is Tom.
So that is Tommy and Frankie in Frankie's room. And I said to Craig, well, it's got them off the iPads, haven't they? He says, but it's like out the frying pan into the fire. He says they're worse on the computers than they were on the iPads. And I says, well, at least they're not going to smash the screen like they did on the Frankie. They play the games on the iPad, and it's, you press, it's touch thingy. And when he was playing it, he was going bang, 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 like that on the screen. He was going that fast trying to keep up with the game, and he actually smashed the screen on his iPad. So I says, that'd save you buying another iPad for him, isn't it? I says, they must prefer the computers to the iPads. I says, you're going to have to limit them to how long they can be on it. I says, never let them stay on it all day long. I says, it's not like the iPad, the battery doesn't last as long. And anyway, I says, the batteries, they needed new batteries anyway. They probably only last about half an hour, because I've had them a few years, those computers. Hey, kids, and Tommy was after when I gave them to them, he was after my mouse. But I cannot use a a laptop without a mouse. I can't get away with the touchpad on it. And he was after mine, and I wouldn't give him it. But I did manage to find one. I actually have 3 old desktop computers. They were what we got before the laptops, and one is an XP, and 2 of them are Vistas, which, you know, there's no updates for them anymore. They're obsolete now. And I found a mouse on one of those that plugged in with the same kind of plug-in like that, where there was a mouse with the other ones, but they were like a round thing where they went into the back of the desktop computers. But I found one, so I took that one down for him. So he's actually got a mouse for it, because it's better than playing their games on a laptop with a mouse than using the keys and that. And I think Frankie got a lend of one off his dad, because his dad has a laptop as well. He got a lend of the mouse off him. But Tommy's still after mine. He wants one that hasn't got a wire on. Says you'll have to buy your own then. They don't cost very much. Oh, and I'd like to thank everyone who watched my granddaughter's video and gave her all those extra views on the video. But all you of my subscribers who went over and looked, she's got another video out, so get yourself over there and give us some more views on that new video that she's got. And take a look at some of her other ones as well. She has 1 or 2 other gardening ones, and just anything, just to help her get her views up so she can get monetised again. Not that, you know, she made much when she was monetised before, because us, when we are monetised on YouTube, we'll have to make £60 in a month before it's paid out. Otherwise it rolls over to the next month. And while I get that more than that every month. My granddaughter, it took her about 3 months to get that £60 on. But anyway, just thank you everyone for going over, jumping over and having a look on Cheryl's videos and that. And like I say, take a look at her other videos and her newest one, because there's quite a lot of interesting things she's doing on there, actually, that she hasn't got a very large garden, not for what she wants to do. I know that she's got her name down for an allotment near where she lives, but you know, it takes years to get her allotment. You've got to wait till all these people that's got the allotments peg out before you can get one. So anyway, thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time, so bye for now.